Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and a brand new video. I just wanted to start off by wishing you guys all a Merry Christmas. Hope you guys had a great time with your family and loved ones. And in today's video, I'm going to review something that one of our kids got for Christmas from Santa. And she's going to actually be guest starring on this product review video shortly. But I just want to go through some of the specs and stuff before she comes on. So the product we're going to be reviewing in this video is this. So this is the Vtech Kidizoom Duo. This is a camera designed especially for young kids, and I just want to go through some of the specs about this. Santa delivered this present on Christmas Day, and it's something that my kid so far has loved, and I just want to have a little chat about this. As you guys may know, my wife and I are professional wedding photographers. We know a little bit about cameras, and you've probably also seen in some YouTube videos where they've had some professional photographers using cameras like this and perhaps even less spec than this, and they were getting tested on how and what sort of images that they could produce with a camera of this kind of quality. So quickly, just to go through the specs, it is I'm assuming a fixed focus camera. It has a rear LCD screen. It's got a flash, surprisingly. It's got a viewfinder, which is obviously not a through the lens viewfinder, so you're going to get a little bit of a parallax error. You're not going to get exactly what you framed on the viewfinder through the picture, but it's just as easy to use the rear LCD screen, and it just works like any other digital camera. It takes 4 AA batteries in here, and the thing to note is that despite there being 2 ports at the bottom, so there's a slot for a micro SD card, and without that, this camera apparently has a built-in memory that takes about 200 or so images, and then you can either transfer them off, delete some, or you can add some more memory with the micro SD card slot. There is also a USB port here, which is basically a micro USB slot. The one thing you got to remember is this is purely intended for data transfer. You cannot charge the batteries in this camera via the micro USB port. So I highly recommend that you get some rechargeable batteries, and these are going to be 4 AA batteries. In terms of the feel of this thing, my hands fit perfectly well on this, and it's perfectly suited for younger kids' hands as well. There is a shutter release button here. There is a reverse button where there's actually a camera on the back for selfies. The thing about this camera is that this is actually the 2 megapixel front camera. So this lens is 2 megapixels, it's fixed focus. I don't know the aperture of this thing, but I'm sure that it's not going to be flash. This one here shoots VGA apparently, so that's going to be even worse than the camera in the front. This camera is capable of shooting video. It is, as I said, able to shoot photos with flash, and basically there are a number of buttons on the back. This one powers it on, so it says Vtech over here, and I might actually get my kid to explain some of the functions, but basically there is a flash indicator. It will tell you the battery's running low on that corner. When you press that button, which is changing from the front to the back camera, it changes from 2 megapixels to VGA, which is 0.3 megapixels. So you're going to get a lot of pixelated photos, and this is something that you're going to have to deal with when you've only got a 2 megapixel camera. As I said, this comes as a 5 megapixel version. So built into this, there's a focus spot, there is a 4-way toggle, there is a home button which gets you to the main screen, there's an OK, there's a start, there's a delete button, there's a volume button, and there's a play button. So when you go home, it gives you a number of options. This thing has video, it has mics, it actually has some built-in games as well. You can put some fun filters on it and all that kind of stuff. So the kids will love that. There's a little turny dial thing here as well, so it actually allows you to zoom in. And the thing you got to remember is this is only digital zoom. So digital zoom means that it's a software thing where the camera itself just basically magnifies the image, and it's not due to an optical zoom. So the quality of the image actually gets worse as you use digital zoom. It has a 4 times digital zoom. Basically it means that your images are going to be 4 times more pixelated, so it's not something I would recommend using. The kids are going to think that this is awesome because they can get really close to stuff, but just have to explain to them that this is not ideal. You'd rather just take it using the regular 0 digital zoom, and if you must do it, you could enlarge it in post. Definitely not something that I would recommend. So that's it when you look through the viewfinder, but as I said, I much prefer to use the LCD screen. There is also this twisty thing here. It doesn't control aperture, but in fact it somehow alters the color of the image. So that's a bit weird. I don't know what that's designed for, but that's what it does. And to get it back to normal, you press home and you press the camera again. So this toggles the controls sideways, up and down and all that sort of stuff. And when you toggle it back, it resets it to normal color because you don't want some weird colors. All these filters and stuff you can probably do in post, but kids are going to love doing this in camera. What I think is ultimately going to happen with this thing, to turn it off for a second, what's going to ultimately happen with this thing is the kids are going to take some photos, you're going to download it onto your computer, you're going to show them, you may be able to print the occasional one out. I think that the images that you obtain from this, from my experience so far, is that if you've got someone who's able to keep their hands perfectly steady, and if you use the camera for what it's capable of and you don't exceed that, you could get probably decent images that you could do easily on Instax film, or you could do it on zinc film. You may get away with a 4x6, but probably nothing bigger than that. And certainly it's going to be okay if you can upload it to social media. And I think the kids are actually going to love this. My daughter loves this already. Right now I'm just going to go grab her. We're going to go outside. We're going to shoot. We're going to show you what this camera is capable of doing based on the experience of an 8-year-old kid. One other thing that I would highly recommend is that there is 2 slots here, one on each side, to put this hand strap. It's hard to get in because the hole's really small, but if you thread it through as much as you can and you get a needle or something like that and just pull it through, it works fine. I highly recommend this because the kids are going to drop this if you don't have something that goes around their wrist. It actually feels quite sturdy, and I think that if it was to kind of fall, it probably will be okay. There's not a lot of glass on here that's going to be shattered. Whether it's worthwhile putting a screen protector on the back, probably not in this situation because it's not a touch screen. The kids shouldn't really be pressing on it anyway. And this sort of stuff here, these 2 handles, will actually keep the screen away from the hard surface if they put it down. So probably not necessary to put a screen protector on this. And clearly this thing does not have a lens cap. One thing about this is with the kids, is just got to make sure that, you know, the strap doesn't kind of hang over the lens and you get the strap in the lens. But otherwise, it does kind of do its job. I think with the 5 megapixel one, there's a potential that you can get better resolution photos that are going to be good enough to maybe get to 5x7 or something like that. We've got the 2 megapixel one, but hey, as I said, our daughter loves it and that's what that matters. So we're going to go out and test it out and show you some of the sample images that we can get under different scenarios and different situations. So this is our mini reviewer. Say hi.
Hi.
So we're going to talk about this camera. So what do you think about this camera?
It's cool.
Okay. Is it easy to hold?
Yes.
Show me how you hold it. Okay, and what's important, what did Dad said about it's important when you hold this camera?
Stand still and be steady.
Yeah, very good. So what pictures have you taken so far?
Maps, cats, that's
Okay.
pretty much it.
So what we're going to do today, we're going to walk and we're going to take some different pictures and we're going to show everyone what they look like. Okay, so let's go. Now let's try taking some pictures of these Christmas balls that are on the tree. Do you want to take one of those and see what they look like? So what are you doing?
Taking a photo of the Christmas ball.
Yeah, and you're holding it really steady? Cool. So we're going to just take a picture of the street that we're walking on. Why are you taking 3? How about take a vertical one of that tree? Like turn your camera the other way and take a picture with all those leaves poking out of the tree. You taking it? What happens when you turn that dial?
It does some different colors.
Okay. Alright, how do you get it back to normal?
You just keep turning until you want to.
Okay, can you try and turn it back to normal? Done?
Yeah.
Yeah? Now what we're going to do is we're going to try the selfie camera. So you're going to point the camera towards us. Do you know how to swap that over? And then we're going to do a selfie. No, so that you can see the pathway as well. So maybe go vertical. Yep, stand here where I am. Try and take a picture of the street and the flowers. I'm going to go here so we can take a picture of the cars and see what it does when those things are moving. Wait till the car comes and take a picture. Did you get them?
Nope. Maybe I got bigger.
No, don't zoom.
I'm not.
I'll show you why in a second. Get it? Did you get him?
Mm-hmm.
Did you actually get the car?
Yeah.
Did you? Oh, cool. Do you want to show us what happens when you take video? Because we haven't seen that. So this camera can also do video. Yeah, show us a video. How do you do video? Do you want to do one of the street again with the video?
Ready?
And there's videoing now?
Yeah.
Cool, but there's no cars now. Hang on, this car's coming. You're going to have to hold it with two hands. Otherwise it'll be very wobbly. Cool. Can you turn it off? And it's videoing now?
Yeah.
Cool, but there's no cars now. Hang on, this car's coming. You're going to have to hold it with two hands. Otherwise it'll be very wobbly. Cool. Can you turn it off? What about a close-up picture? Can you get really close up to one of the flowers? Okay. Can you do it whilst you're walking? So we're pretending we're walking down the street. I want you to film whilst you're walking and try and hold the camera as stable as you can. Okay, you on video? Yep, start walking. Maybe walk on the street so you don't fall off the curb. Yep. Yep, start walking. Maybe walk on the street so you don't fall off the curb. Yep. Okay. Now take a picture of the flowers. Yeah, go. Take a quick picture in here. So the flash goes off. Okay, cool.
Flash on.
Show me the other photos you've taken so far. Show me the other ones. Show me the pictures. That was a good one. Oh, cool. What about all the ones outside? Oh, that's really quite cool. Can you show me what else you can do with this camera apart from taking pictures? So what else can you do with it? Can you show me the special filters you can put on when you're taking stuff?
These.
Yeah, the creative tools. So what can you do? So what can you do? I can change the colour of it. What about that one where you put the frame around it? How do you do that? Oh, cool. So you can have like pirates things in different frames. Cool. So you can play games on this too, can you? Mm-hmm. Can you show me? Are they different games?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. How many games are there?
5.
Cool. So you like your camera?
Yep.
And what do you think? If you had to rate it out of 10, how many marks out of 10? What?
Wacky shaky photo.
Wacky photo shaker. What does that mean? Oh, cool. So you're giving a 10 out of 10 for this camera. So you can't go any better than that. So see you next time, another video. Bye. I hope you enjoy this video, and if you like the stuff that I make, I would really love it if you would subscribe, leave me a thumbs up or a comment in the section below. But until then, well, actually you can't leave me a comment because this is going to be a kids video. So if you want to leave me a comment, send me a message, you're going to have to go through my other social media such as Instagram or Facebook or anything else, or Twitter. The handles are Derek Shine Media. So if you enjoyed this video, please, as I said, give me a thumbs up.